Hey guys, it's great to see you. So you have all your car mods installed and your track mods, you've got Content Manager, CSP and Sol. You're all set, but have you got these 10 essential apps for Assetto Corsa? Let's jump right in. The first app is a simple but brilliant app. It's Pitboard 0.3.2 by Matthias Andre. So this is a really cool mod that just gives you a proper pitboard every time you go past that start and finish line. And as you can see, it gives you lots of information. So how does it look in practice? Let's take a look. So here I am at my Caterham at Lime Rock. Go over the line, pitboard on the left hand side. Absolutely brilliant, really simple. Next up we have the great Gran Turismo HUD 1.2.1 by Vegetable Sai. This is a really simple HUD, guys, that gives you all of that Gran Turismo feel. So here's just a bit of an example. You can see you've got position and lap, you've got your total time and best lap time, you've got your turbo gauge, and then you've got your rev counter and your speedo at the bottom, as well as all the tyre and fuel information at the bottom left. Really cool little app. You can recreate a real Gran Turismo feel with this, and do check out on my channel, I do have a Gran Turismo video that shows you how to put them all together with the tracks and cars. Now we're on to ACTV 2.5.0 by Prun. When you've been watching your favourite racing on TV, whatever motorsport it is, they normally have some kind of position tower on the right or left of the screen. As you can see at the top right of this screen, that's what this app gives you. It's really configurable. You can use it on replays or you can use it while you're actually in the race. It's really useful. There are other bits of information that it can show you as well, so it's definitely one to download, add to your collection. I think this app really comes into its own when you're showing replays of those really big races with lots of competitors in them. Really cool stuff. So this is ACTV 2.5. The next app is another dashboard app, and that's P-1.5.4 by Pandar 1. So all of these dashboards are all configurable. This one is no different. You can use it in a number of different types of cars. Here again, I'm at Lime Rock, just showing you as an example what it would look like, but it is just as much at home in this Land Rover around Step Rally. This dashboard shows all the information that you would expect, including revs, speedo, fuel, temperature, and also all those all-important lap times. A really good little dashboard. Definitely grab it, drop it in your collection. This dashboard also comes with a number of configurable templates that you can also download on Race Department. Next up is one of my favourites and always installed when I'm racing. This is Car Radar 1.52 by It's Just Dell. So here we are in the MR2 Mark III racing around a Luca ring. Now as you can see at the top left hand corner, we've actually got a full car radar now, and as you get closer to cars you get different warnings come up there. This is really useful for that close racing, and especially when you're racing in car first person and you don't know what's behind you. I'm just showing you in third person here so you can see the effects that cars coming around you have on the radar. This is an absolutely essential for all of those close racing circuits. Just before we move on to the next essential app, let's take a look at how these apps install. So they all drag and drop into Content Manager as all other mods do. But once you're in there, click on Settings, click on Assetto Corsa and click on Apps. Make sure Enable Python Apps is ticked there and Developer Apps just underneath that. And then you can see the list of apps underneath, and you can see the ones that I have ticked. The ones that I have ticked will come up on the sidebar in Drive menu when in game. If they're not ticked here, they won't come up in that menu. And do remember, guys, all the links to all of the downloads are in the description below in order they are in the video. Next up, we're on Pro Tires 2, and this is by Jens Roos. So this is again another classic app, and if you've not got it, this is definitely an essential. When you're in the pits, if you look at the top left hand corner, it gives you an amazing amount of information on what your tyres are going to do in the actual race itself. When you're driving, you can see again in the top left hand corner, it's giving you very, very detailed information on what your tyres are actually doing and even where they're wearing on the edges. Now another fan favourite, and this is the Initial D Arcade HUD version 2.0.1, again by Vegetable Sai. So I'm in this brilliant tuned up Supra here, and you can see the dashboard on the bottom left and the bottom right is giving you that brilliant Initial D view. So I know this has been featured on a number of my videos. I love it, it's really great. Is it arcadey? Well, yes it is, and it depends how you want to drive the car itself, but this is brilliant for that third person view, very similar to the Gran Turismo HUD. Next up is Track Map Display 1.16 by Knees. I've had lots of questions about this in some of my recent videos. You can see it on the left hand side. Every track, even modded tracks, normally have some kind of map in the background. This brings it to the front, and you can see the arrows that are racing around that track. Well, they are the cars. So this is great for learning tracks as well, because obviously you will drive a lot of new tracks, modded tracks that you may not know the layout. This is great for learning and anticipating what's going to be happening. This app has been out a while for Assetto Corsa, but it still works perfectly. Grab it, drop it into Content Manager, add it to your list. Next up is Sidekick 1.11.1 by Toppers. So I've featured this app here even though it's very popular, because some of you may not have it. If you haven't, it's absolutely essential. I'm showing you one of the most basic configurations here. You can see it at the bottom of the screen, and it's showing you so much information. You can change the size of that app. You can also change what it shows. It's very configurable. This is again another app for Assetto Corsa that you should all have installed. And last but certainly not least on the list is Helicorsa 0.7B by Akis. So this has been out since 2015, it's had a number of bits of development on it, and it works really well. And as you can see at the top left hand corner, very similar to car radar, it gives you a full radar around your car. It works exceptionally well, it's rock solid, it works with all the latest cars and mods that I've tried it on. It's great again for all of that really close racing. As you can see, I'm having some trouble with the cars around me here. It gives you a great view in car or out of car, and it fades in and out, as you can see at the top left hand corner, depending what's around you. That then was the top 10 essential apps in 6 minutes for Assetto Corsa. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't got all of those apps and you've seen some on there that you've not seen before, all the download links are in the description below in order that they are in the video. As ever, do check out the rest of the channel. There's so much more sim racing videos on there. And thank you as ever for all of your support. See you very soon.